Without wasting a minute, now I would like to request Mr. Valentino Giacomin, founder and director of ELIS project, for welcome address.
I first met Your Holiness in Dharamsala almost 30 years ago to ask for advice about my future, thanks to the kind introduction of Ribo Rinpoche. After a few days, Your Holiness responded that it will be excellent, excellent, excellent if I would continue to work in the field of education in India. I follow your advice, and in 1994, in Sarnath, the ELIS project was born, followed by Bodh Gaya and Bodhisattva in Arunachal Pradesh. ELIS in Wonderland, the wonderland of India, the country that has always inspired our actions and philosophical vision. Before Indian experience in the 80s in Italy, we had begun a search and a pedagogic experimentation, trying to find answer to the crisis in the schools and the failure of traditional education in the West. At that time, we realized that the schools were manifesting a subtle pervading disease in form of lack of discipline, lack of attention, bullying, fall in academic performance, as well as interpersonal and social conflicts. We then wondered if this negative trend, this degeneration continues, what will happen to our students in 20, 30 years? Today, the answer is there for everyone to see. Violence, bullying in the schools, indiscipline, suicides, mental neurological disorders, and unhappiness. Where does so much suffering and violence come from? It was the question that we asked ourselves 20 years ago, 30 years ago, in the face of these symptoms. From this question, the subsequent therapy was born as ELIS project. According to our hypothesis, the cause of existential suffering is to be found in the dualistic paradigm that differentiates the educational system of the West. That vision is based on materialistic science and the misconception of reality. Unfortunately, the ancient wisdom of India was overwhelmed by the arrogance of the thought of Western materialism, whose egocentric vision has favored the disvalues of competitiveness, jealousy, pride, desire, and anger. How far are the modern schools in the world from the holistic, integrate, and non-dualistic vision of Vedanta, which states, Tat Tvan Asi, you are that. Or Christians, Buddhists, and other religions advise, love your neighbor as yourself, or the concept of Maya, illusion. In our schools, we propose an ethic emphasizing the value of Eastern meditative tradition and its method of awareness and transformation based on wisdom for happy life. The wisdom that leads our students to understand that if we want to be free from suffering, achieving inner and external peace, first we have to know our minds. Then we have to go beyond our selfishness and projections. It is essential to make our students to realize that there is no separation between I the others, the world, similar to when we dream. This is our usual example during the training. We at Ellis Schools have realized that this understanding brings a profound inner change from which the values of discipline, solidarity, compassion, altruism, and non-violence are born. All this, integrated with curricular subjects, together with our experimental methodology, had also brought high academic achievements. In these 24 years of work in Indian public schools, we have been able to demonstrate practically that it is possible to recuperate the ancient wisdom of this country. We propose, if we propose it in a modern and scientific way, see neuroscience, quantum physics, transpersonal psychology. Thanks also to our experience, we believe that India could once again become a guiding light of wisdom and mental well-being. The Vice-Chancellor of Sanskrit University of Benares, in this regard, said, "We are convinced if we put into practice the insight of Ellis Project Universal School Education, we could improve not only the educational system of India, but also bring harmony in the world." Now, we are at the end of the first phase of our long research. We are going to leave an inheritance of vast educational material, moral stories, text of methodology and non-dualistic pedagogy, guides for teaching mathematics and languages through visualization and meditation, a manual for teachers presenting a gradual educational training on secular ethics for the students of all levels. We offer to Your Holiness all we have achieved in these 30 years in the hope of having deserved the three excellence that resulted from divination. On behalf of all students and teachers from Bihar School here today, I thank Your Holiness for this exceptional meeting in the holy place of Bodh Gaya. In the hope that it could become an annual event. We pray for Your Holiness' long life. Please remain with us a long time to continue to benefit infinite sentient beings. Your Holiness, we humbly request to bless all schools from Bihar and India so they could continue to develop knowledge, wisdom, and good art.